obviously our Sale Ready service has been tremendously successful and helped us get transaction times down really well over the last 12 months. As we said earlier, the whole time from going on the market to completion is far lower than any other agent in the area at the moment. But how are we evolving things from the Sale Ready service perspective? We're
ensuring that our vendors conquer any issues before they arise with the pre-market surveys. That is going to be an absolute game changer in 2026.
I feel it will be as well. And don't get me wrong, there's a cost to that for our vendors. We've managed to put something in place with a local surveyor to do a pre-market survey at a lower cost than what it would normally be. But it's absolutely key because you've dealt a lot with sales progression in the past, Sammie. Just tell the audience about the problems you have with surveys.
The problem is with the surveys, if the buyer doesn't get it done at the very start of the transaction, they 9 times out of 10 will do it towards the end. And if we're saying that a completion goes through within 6 to 8 weeks and you're doing a survey at the 7th week and issues arise from that survey, it just puts everything on hold. So getting that survey done before it goes to the market, you can, one, get those issues fixed if there is any, touch wood there isn't, but if there is issues, you get those issues fixed before the property goes to the market. Or number 2, if there's big issues there that's not something that you want to take on, we take that into account with the price of the property. So buyers can't argue it, they can't, do some daft negotiations towards the end, halfway through sales progression, because that's what causes a fall through.
I mean, I've seen it before where, a job that could have been done on the back of a pre-market survey for a few £100 has cost that vendor 10,000 quid when it comes to actually selling.
Yeah.
Chimney stacks and things like that. Simple jobs, builder goes up there, it's a few £100 to sort it out. But if a buyer comes in and gets a survey and it identifies that needs doing, and then they're getting their mate to go and quote them, and so all of a sudden the quote's 1,500 quid, £2,000, and the vendor's having to take that off the price because it's an unforeseen issue. And this is the problem. It's better to get this stuff done. I mean, I've got one right now, a £600,000 property that's going on the market, and there was the gutters were full of water because they weren't sitting at an angle. And that got picked up on a pre-market survey. It's literally about a 300 quid job to adjust it all and make sure that the water's running down and they're not blocked. But again, little things like that, it could have turned into something massive further on into the process, and damp issues, things like that. It just gives the seller the opportunity to put all this right before the house goes on the market. And then it's a seamless transaction, and this is key.
Yeah, for a small cost, it's so beneficial.
Yeah, I just think for the clients that are watching, you wouldn't get in your car and not get it serviced for a few years. Your house is your biggest asset, so you should be getting a survey done on it, and that's the way you've got to look at it.
It's a great analogy and a great way to put it, to be honest.
Most definitely.
It's. I do feel it's going to be another game changer for us. The first one was putting the searches in place. Now, putting a survey as well as the searches up front. Imagine how easy these sales are going to be, and you'll see our transaction times coming down even further, I feel.